Hello, everybody. Rob Cootie here, the MLM Solution. Sorry about the glare here. Believe it or not, I have the blinds down on the window, and I still get it. You can see the stripes. That beautiful sun is making its way through the window, the blinds. So anyway, enough of that. Today is Thursday, April 1st, Fool's Day. Fool's Day. No telling what Marie's got going or planned for me. But anyway, the point is that, as always, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we go live on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Please join us as we go live, as you can see on the ticker, Monday through Friday, as I said, on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can use hashtag TheMLMSolution. You can see that in the ticker, hashtag TheMLMSolution, to find us on any of our platforms. And also, if you will, use that hashtag to share our platforms and our content with our fellow network marketers across the globe. They have the right to be empowered with this information as well, so they can do amazing things with this wonderful business model. And if you will, visit our website, the updated and better and more efficient, more effective website, TheMLMSolution.net, TheMLMSolution.net. Today's subject is going to be our mission, podcast number 157, our mission. We want to tell you guys clearly so that you understand exactly what our purpose is and why we do what we do. So with that being said, if you will, join us 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to hop off of here. I shall see you in a moment.
Welcome to the MLM Solution Podcast Show, where you'll learn the facts and hear the truth about the network marketing industry. Here's your host, Rob Cootie.
Good morning. There you go. I love that song. Where'd you get that? That's awesome. Is that on your phone?
Yeah, it's on my phone. I just pulled it up
awesome.
on a YouTube channel.
Yes, that's awesome. What's the name of that song?
It's the Mission Impossible theme song.
That's right, man.
So since we were talking about our mission today, I thought it'd be fun to do that.
I told him in the intro, I don't know if you could hear me, but I said, there's no telling what Miss Marie has planned today. April Fool's Day. Man.
Well, if that's the worst thing I do to you today, we're in good shape.
That was good. I like that. That was awesome, man. I love that song. That intro is just it's one of the great all-time greats. There's no doubt about it. Way to go, Miss Marie. Man, you are on it. You are
having my moments. They're few and far between,
on stuff like that. You just blow me out of the water when it comes to that stuff. That's awesome. You bring a smile to my face as well.
Well, hopefully everybody else's too, because as I like to say, I live to entertain.
And you do. You do it very well. April 1st, guys. My gosh, April 1st, the fourth month, Miss Marie. And hard to believe. Being that today's April Fool's Day, does that mean that 2020 or 2021, either one, does not exist? Can we get away with that on April Fool's Day?
I don't think we can get away with that.
Oh, I thought maybe someone would wake up and say, April Fool's, it's actually 2022. But
no, 2020 was more like Groundhog's Day. You know, you wake up every day the same. Do you remember that movie with Bill Murray?
Oh, that was one of my favorites. That is great.
Great movie.
It is a great movie. I miss those days. I really do. That's those were some great comedians, some great movies, man. The storyline, everything else. You know, when they were actually there and you were actually watching them, you didn't realize. In retrospect, we can look back and say, "Wow, that was a great movie." At the time, it was just funny. You know, it was entertaining because let's be honest, Miss Maria, we were overwhelmed with great movies back in those days. I mean, everybody was going to the movies, and man, it was just one after the other. And so, you know, it really didn't stand out until the years went by and you realize, oh my gosh, that was a classic.
That's because they were coming out with original movies, and nowadays everything seems to be a sequel of a sequel of a sequel. It's not a sequel.
Yes, they can't write anything original. They got to do all this crazy crap. You know, you're right. It's all sequels. There's nothing entertaining going on. Nothing. You know, you remember when Star Wars came out? I mean, that changed the movie industry for the most part. And because, I mean, look, the special effects they have today, the storylines of today, what are they? They're a hybrid of the original Star Wars, right? That's what they are. I don't care if you listen, if you watch The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, what's the other one, that real famous one? Harry Potter. They all, what do they do? Special effects, the storylines, you know, good against evil, blah, blah, blah. It hasn't changed. Only the characters, you know?
Yeah,
so,
pretty much.
So how have you been since yesterday?
Good. Can't complain. Managed to get another month of the year under our belt. So, you know.
Yeah, we're both here.
What is it? That's the end of the first quarter, right?
It is
into the second quarter of 2021 already.
That's right. Already. Wow.
Coming up on episode 200.
Yes. Yeah, there it is. And it's only 43 days away.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's a little bit more than 43 days. It's 43 shows. But
it's 43 shows. That's true. But that's only, what, 6 weeks?
Yeah, ish, give or take. Yeah.
Well, let's see. 6 times 5 is 30. So it's more than that. You're right. It's going to be 8 weeks. 6 times 8 is 48. So about 7 weeks. Wow. All right. Well, enough of that. All right, guys, we got a good show today. We're going to be talking about our mission. What is our purpose? Why are we here? Miss Marie had brought this up, and I think it was a great topic. I got one of the dogs at my feet. And
it's too bad. It's too bad it took us 156 episodes to get to this one.
Exactly.
Just maybe should have been episode 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Oopsie.
I agree.
Oversight.
I agree. You're right. I mean, it is kind of weird that here we are. People would have to hunt and peck for this. Guys, if you go to our YouTube channel or Facebook page, just type in our mission. I'll make sure that it comes up. But the thing is that, or episode 157, there you go. But the thing is, guys, is that you have a situation where we are so focused on helping you guys that we overlook the most basic thing. And Miss Marie, as they say, you can't see the trees because of the forest. Is that how it goes? You can't see the forest because of the trees. I forget how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the situation with you and I. And when I saw this on the schedule, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we waited this long to do this. And speaking of that, we did an episode number 155 2 days ago, the big T's. And guys, there was one thing that I left out because we got so wrapped up in our subject matter. And I did not look at my subject sheet during the show. And one of the things I want to bring up, Miss Marie, is one of the biggest teases they use, one of the biggest lies they use is that you can do it. You know, they convince you that you can do it, right? Never been a part of network marketing. They convince you that, hey, now's the timing's right. Everything's perfect. It's all lined up. You know, get in. We talked about that. But they convince you that you can do this business model, that you can be successful in this business model, and you have no clue. You're blind. You don't know these people all that well. You're putting your full trust into what they're saying, and it's because, quote unquote, they are living the dream, as we had talked about. And the bottom line is that kind of pulls you in, and they once again convince you that you can do it. And guys, that is one of the biggest lies, one of the biggest teases that they'll use. And I just wanted to bring it up, Miss Marie, because that was really an important subject that I wanted to bring up. Because, guys, you have to understand, you want to know how this business model works. You want to know that you're joining the right company at the right time. You want to know what are the steps that are necessary to be successful in this business model. What business building system are they using? This all goes into saying, can I really do it? Miss Marie, when you and I first came in, we were blind squirrels hunting for that nut. And because of their great oratory skills, they were able to convince us that, yes, this is for us. Now, I can't speak for you, but it wasn't just the words, because to be honest with you, Miss Marie, I really don't listen to people, even though I hear them. I don't always listen because I have my own guidelines. You know what I'm saying? Miss Marie could say, Rob, today the sky's purple. And I'm going to say, okay, Miss Marie. And I'm going to go outside. I want to make sure that it's blue instead of purple, right? Well, when I saw the business model, I got it. I during the presentation, that works. That's what really hooked me. The only thing their words convinced me of is I need to join this person instead of that person. I don't know about you, but I did the big T's. I obviously fell for it in some capacity because that's really, when it was all said and done, the reason I joined. So,
well, let me follow on with that. I agree to a certain extent. The you can do it, I don't necessarily see as a lie, but it's an incomplete statement.
Better put,
which I think is the tease. You know, you just flat out tell people you can do it. You know, it's kind of like telling someone you can do anything.
Yeah.
Well, you know, a 4'2" kid playing basketball isn't going to be able to dunk no matter how badly he wants to, no matter how much he practices, no matter how much he tries.
That's right.
It's physically impossible, right?
That's
so
right.
To continually tell that kid you can do it, well, you know, maybe you can with the right training and growth spurt. And once you're, you know, 6 foot tall and a little bit older, so at some point in the future, yes, you can do it, but right now you can't.
That's
I think that's the big tease with the you can do it, because it's an incomplete sentence. You can do it with the right guidance, coaching, training, system. You know, there's a lot more involved. You can't just, it is the rare person that can step into a network marketing opportunity the first time around and actually grab that bull by the horns and make it go and be successful, especially to the level that they may want to be.
That's right.
So I think that's where the tease is.
Yes. And she said it much better than I did. Guys, there you go. Prime example why she's here. To steal the show, to complete the sentences, to complete the ideas. She did a much better job of explaining what I was trying to say than I did. So that's awesome. But yes.
I'm fact checking.
But that's exactly the point I was trying to make. And we're not going to stay on this subject. I just wanted to bring it up because it is an important one. Guys, they're going to tell you you can do it. And, you know, that's going to boost your confidence. You're going to say, well, maybe I can. And I totally get that. But she's right. Guys, it's very, very hard to come into this business model. Everything has to go right in order for you to have the chance. That's the reason why Miss Marie and I'd say, if you use our 5 simple steps business building system, your chances for success are increased greatly because of the fact they're based on the fundamental principles of the business building system itself. All you got to do is apply the effort and stick to the program. But outside of that, it's hard.
Yeah. So really that minor omission we made from our episode the other day talking about the big T's is actually a really good segue into today's topic, talking about our mission. I agree.
I was thinking the same thing. Look at that. We're both on the same page for a change. Yes, I agree with that. Guys, that is our mission. What is it? To help you get from point A to point B as quickly and profitably and efficiently as possible. Point A being where you are today to point B, whatever your goals are, whatever your lifestyle goals may be, that is what we're here for. And we're going to constantly talk about the 5 simple steps because that is what is necessary in a business building system in order for you to have a chance to do something special. It's Miss Marie, being successful in this business is not like winning the lottery. Your odds in being successful in this business are a lot greater than the lottery. But here's the thing, Miss Marie, in order to join the 1 to 3% that are going to be successful in this business model, you have to do the right things. And you have to be a willing participant. In other words, say, okay, I'm going to accept the 5 simple steps are the basics. I'm going to use the 5 simple steps and I'm going to go for it. I'm going to run with it. I'm going to see where this takes me. As we all know, there's no guarantees, Miss Marie, but there are certain steps. If I put one foot in the other, I will actually walk a certain distance. The only thing is left is the effort. Yeah, the journey is yet to be determined. The end result of that journey is yet to be determined. But the point is, I know that I got to put one step in front of the other. In other words, effort, right? I can't just sit there and say, I want to go to the grocery. And all of a sudden, my body just sends me there automatically. I just float to the grocery. It doesn't happen. It's going to take one step in front of the other. And that's what these 5 simple steps are. It's taking you from where you are now to where you want to be, whatever level that may be. Yeah, there's a lot of variables that go with that, like did you join the right company at the right time and things like that. But Miss Marie, you're going to have a realistic chance of actually achieving success with our business building system. And this is not about the business building system. Our mission is to provide the right information so you are empowered to do the right things so that you can have a chance to get where it is you want to go. Would you not agree?
Well, I do. And I think a foundational concept in our mission is being straightforward and truthful about what is required to be successful using the network marketing industry for your leverage in your wealth building tactics, right? Because as is true with any type of career, job, work that you do, there's what we call the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I think part of the reason that people have the negative reaction to the network marketing industry that they do is they're often sold on the good. Oh, it's this miraculous thing, and you come in and the product sells itself. And, it's just made to sound so easy that anyone can do it. And if you fail, you're an idiot type of thing. Mm-hmm. And most people get into a network marketing opportunity and they're either left to their own devices because all of a sudden the sponsor disappears and the person's left to flounder, wondering exactly what to do because apparently it's so easy that anyone can do it, but I can't figure out what I'm doing here, right? Yeah. So they just kind of give up and quit, and it goes down as a bad experience, and then anything to do with the industry is just met with this, don't want to hear about it, never going to do that again type of thing. And I think that's one of the main things we're here to do is dispel some of those rumors, put some of that, I call it rainbow and unicorn thinking to rest, and help people understand that you can truly build a business using this model and create an income for yourself that can help you get to the type of lifestyle you're looking for, achieve the kind of time freedom you want, or allow you to do the things in life that you want to do. Because as we always say, money isn't everything, but my goodness, it certainly gives you more options.
It's next to oxygen. Try living without it and see how long you keep your car and your home, how long you can eat. Unfortunately, it's next to oxygen. You've got to have it. And I wish it wasn't true. But you know what? Even if you didn't have paper money, Miss Marie, you're going to have Bitcoin, you're going to have rocks, you're going to have gold, you're going to have silver, you're going to have toilet paper. There's going to be some form of money, right?
There's always currency of some kind.
That's right. The currency of some type. Well, she's on a roll today. I'm either really sucking today or she's really on a roll. And I think it's the latter, her being on a roll.
I just April Fool's is my day because you're not going to find a bigger fool than me.
Evidently it is. Well, I can see the sun is starting to move. Well, that shows you how fast that sun moves. All right. So, well, the thing is, Miss Marie, it's not just our mission to talk about these things. We provide product that backs up. And everything that she said about the truth, guys, that's what we do. All of our products, you look at the threshold of profitability, you look at the scale of ambition, you go down the list, the art of duplication, the good and bad duplication that takes place, getting the first check. These are all basic things that are indisputable and they're self-evident, meaning that you don't need a fake testimonial from us or anybody else that you don't know. You don't need any overhype activity, words or whatever from us or anybody else. You know what? Network marketing is a numbers game. We have a document called that, but it is, regardless of where that document existed, right, Miss Marie? It's a numbers game. You knew that. You know that. You know you got to sponsor X amount of people. You know that you got to have a certain amount of volume. It's all about the numbers, and you know that. And the thing is that all of these things that we provide people, Miss Marie, our mission is to provide the truth to them, whether it's in print, whether it's an audio format, a video format. You go to our podcast YouTube channel and our Facebook page, you're going to get access to information that is based on the fundamental principles of this industry, things that you don't have to go and research to see if it's true. The threshold of profitability, Miss Marie, you're either going to be profitable in this business or you're not. And if you're doing less than 100 PV per month on an individual basis, guess what? You're going to set an example where your volume is going to be all over the place. And so you're going to be working your tail end off and getting paid pennies on the dollar, and you're missing out on all the money that's being created by a new company's growth. And your spouse is going to say, what in the hell are you doing? You're gone all the time. You're working your tail end off, and you're bringing home this piddly little check instead of this big check where he, or either or are hugging you when you come into the door because they're so proud of you, right, Miss Marie? That is a basic. Why do I bring that up? Because it's our mission to teach you things like that so that you have a chance to actually be successful, to get that first check, and a check that you can be proud of, whether it's $5, $150, whatever. You got to be able to create the volume, and the threshold of profitability does that. Now, this is not about that particular subject matter. It's just one of many products that we bring to the table, right, Miss Marie? That you can count on, that you can go and access, and you can count on, right?
I was going to say, I think part of what we're doing here is we're trying to fill that vacuum that often exists in network marketing companies. People will get introduced to the concept, they'll catch the vision, they'll see the potential of what joining the right network marketing company can help them achieve, but they're not quite sure how to get there. And as I said before, a lot of people are brought in by family and friends that are also new to the industry, don't necessarily know how to make the machine go, so to speak. So it's a little bit of the blind leading the blind. So we're looking to fill that void with solid training that can help you create the system and help you achieve that level of success that you're looking for, whatever it happens to be.
Right.
So we're almost like a backstop for the companies that have the recruiters that are bringing people in and then moving on to the next people and not really teaching them how the business works, how to become successful, how to get that first check, how to bring in new business partners and duplicate the system and help them become successful. Because I think one of the biggest deceptions out there, and maybe this should have been part of our Big T's episode too, is the number 2. Right? Have you ever been to a presentation where it's like, well, you share this with 2 of your friends and they'll be so excited, they'll each go share it with 2 of their friends. And by the end of the week, you have 3,457 people in your organization and you're a millionaire.
The power of 2. And you know what? That's one of the big lies. It's one of the big, you're right. But that's a great one. You're right. As we're doing this one, we're realizing that we might have missed out on a couple things on the big T's, but she's absolutely right. That is a big T's. Go to presentation and the power of 2. And guys, that could be the power of 4, it could be the power of 6. Go ahead, Miss Marie.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think when you started the MLM Solution, I think a lot of it was driven by the fact that there's so much misinformation out there that you wanted to bring the true way the business works to light and help people figure that out, because honestly, it's not rocket science. It's relatively simple. And I'm saying simple, not easy, right? There's a big difference there. It's not a difficult thing to do, but you have to do the work. You have to put in the time. You have to learn kind of the rules of the game, so to speak.
Right. Yeah, you're right. That's the biggest reason why I did it. The second reason I did it is because I had people calling me all the time. But you're absolutely right, Miss Marie. And I think you look, if I hadn't done something like this, I'm not saying that you would have, but you understand, you picked up the torch when you and I talked initially. I think, I could be guessing, you could correct me, but I think you got what my mission was, what my purpose was, and that was to get this information out there. Guys, it wasn't about creating product that we could sell. It was the product already existed. I created the product so I could get off the phone and I said, here, read this, and it just kind of evolved from there. And, as they said, well, what about this subject? I had created another document. And before you knew it, I had, quote unquote, a product line. And I said, well, crap, I'm just going to sell it because it's easier to teach people through the internet across the globe than it is to be doing one-on-ones, whether it was on the phone, Zoom, or whatever. I mean, that was crazy. So you're right, Miss Marie, out of necessity. And I did have a burn because, like you, I have a passion for this industry, and it breaks my heart to see that people abuse it the way they do. And especially, the approach is so wrong, Miss Marie, as you and I know, and where this is not about product, but let's take a quick look at this. Opportunity or product. People totally miss the boat about what the real product is. And this is not going to be a teaching lesson. The bottom line is, guys, you have an opportunity to tap into a growing company to create the income that will give you the lifestyle you want. I mean, that's the bottom line. And it's rarely talked about, Miss Marie. I think you and I know there are other people, but I don't know if they use it or take the approach that you and I do. The bottom line is that there's a very big disconnect. And you and I want to repair that. We want people to understand this is really how the business works. And I know that you and I have been a part of the product-led business model. And you and I know how difficult that can be, how you have to be a product of the product. The knowledge of that product has to be way up here. And you have to justify the price, justify the content. You've been there. People asking, is this ingredient in it? Is that one, I don't like that ingredient. I mean, golly, you're on the phone constantly defending the product from this barrage of negativity, and you can't focus on the real thing, and that is the recruiting aspect of it. And you and I are not recruiters. We're business builders. But you have to, I guess you could use, would recruiting be the right word, Miss Marie? It's not.
I think it is, because any business, the recruiting is foundational. It's having the right people to be part of your business organization, right? So what does the human resources department do for large companies? It's recruiting talent. It's recruiting the right people. So I don't know that there's necessarily a better term for it. It's basic business. It
is. I agree. I just didn't know, and I wasn't trying to dance away from that term. I call it prospecting. Mm-hmm. But you and I, we did an episode where we broke it down. Your prospecting and the recruiting process, guys, doesn't start until the person shows interest, where they agree to a follow-up. Now you're starting the recruiting process. There are clearly distinct differences between them, and I'm not going to get into it, but when you're prospecting somebody, you're delivering the music to the ears message, and it either draws them or repels them. If it draws them to you, then the recruiting process starts. Now you're spending time, valuable time, with Marie, answering her questions, getting her comfortable, getting her to understand what her role is, how the business, how we build the business. Of course, I'm getting a little too much detail here, but the point is there's a distinct difference. And then there's a sign-up process, which is totally independent. Once I'm done recruiting her and she says, yes, Miss Marie, on a scale of 1 to 10, where's your interest level? It's about an 8. Okay, well, are you ready to go right now? Yes, I am. And then we sign her up. And the sign-up process starts the training process. And you can see how it goes one process into another. Miss Marie, nobody breaks that down like we do. And we do that so that people can see the chronological order and how the process works. And they say, oh, this makes sense to me. I'm doing this. And in this process, I need to do the following. And that way they have a clear path of what needs to be done so they can start the good duplication process. You and I know that the importance of that. And we call it consistent, correct business building activity, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's really kind of if I were to summarize our mission, that's a big part of it. Is we want you to understand the entirety of the business, but at
Yes.
the same time, we're going to break it down and show you each of the pieces that go into it and how to actually become successful using the network marketing business
Right.
model to build wealth in your life.
That's right. Absolutely. And so, guys, the thing is, our mission has been from the get-go was to provide the information, just like we did little snippets right here, to provide you. The only reason we bring up an image like this is to show you the product that we created to address the certain segments that you need to know about. I don't know many people that are talking about it's all about the opportunity. It's not about the product. The product is a byproduct of the whole process. And the product itself has to work, has to be priced reasonably. People have to want it. There's certain guidelines that a product, because if Miss Marie and I know, if we run into a company that offers a laundry ball, we know to run, to go in the opposite direction, because there's no future in that. It may work for a year, okay, and we may make a lot of money. But what happens is in that scenario, number one, we know it's going to come to an end sooner rather than later. But at the same time, there's no way that we can, in good conscience, sponsor 60 people in 90 days, knowing that this company may only be around a year or 8 months, because we would be lying to them, telling them, yes, you're going to create the lifestyle that you want in this business, because we know it has a limited life. Okay. So we wouldn't do that because our reputation's on the line, plus our lifestyle itself is on the line, meaning that if that company goes out of business within that first year, we got to start over, right, with another company. Well, Miss Marie, who's going to follow us to that other company when we were so wrong with the one that just went out of business, right? Those are the kind of things we teach you guys. That's our mission, is to make sure you don't make those kind of mistakes.
Yeah, and I was going to say, and it's all facets of the business, right? It's from getting started to actually being in the thick of it, and when and how to make the decision to potentially move on.
Yes, we talked about that. The old hokey pokey, as she put the title on there. I never came up with that. The old hokey pokey. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, you need to look for that episode, because man, that's a good one there, where you got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. We're not going to get into that. But the thing is, there again, another subject matter. Why did we create that? Because of the fact that we wanted you to understand the business model in its greatest details. And Miss Marie, there's a lot of things we don't talk about because it goes too deep. That's what the members area is for, is to take those deep dives. Because here's the thing. Most people always say, well, I don't need that. I agree. You know what? We provide the 5 simple steps, and we hope and pray that's all you ever need. But what if you run into a situation? What if you say, well, how does this work? I'm very confused. I read the document, but the document just skimmed over it and talked about it. Where do I find a deep dive into this? Because I'm at a crossroads. I don't know where to go. I don't know who to ask. How do I overcome this? Guess what? You go to the members area, chances are we've got a deep dive video into that, whether it's a training video or Miss Marie doing the podcast. Because there's times we go, Miss Marie, we go, I don't think you do, but I take a deep dive, and Miss Marie's trying to go, whoa, baby, you're going too far. Come out of that hole.
We can't spend 3 hours on this. She tries so hard to maintain her cool. And you're like, oh, well, hey, Rob. Right. And here's the perfect example. If you're wondering why it took us 157 episodes to get to talking about our mission, this is exactly why. I mean, if you've been listening to us for the last half hour or so here, we keep going off on these tangents of information because we have all these important things that we've experienced where we can save you some sweat, blood, and tears with some of the mistakes we've made, because we've learned things the hard way. We've been through it already. We're looking to save you the time and help you become more successful even more quickly so that you can achieve your goals and your dreams. That's why it's like tangent, mind veer.
Yes. And guys, here's the thing. Miss Marie and I have a lot coming down the road. I'm scrambling to finish this stuff off. so that we can have a major impact on the industry. And you guys are the beneficiaries of the mission that we have. We're not doing this for fun. We enjoy it. Miss Marie and I, as you can tell, get along really well. And we enjoy the fact that we're reaching out and helping people. We know that we're honestly bringing wonderful content that you can't get anyplace else. And that it gives me great satisfaction. I enjoy doing the show, but when we're done doing the show, it makes me feel good, Miss Marie. I don't know about you, but I never walk away from what we're doing with any bad feelings about what we're doing. Oh man, we lied to them, or oh man, that product doesn't live up to that standard. I never walk away feeling that way. I know we're doing the right things. I know we're bringing the right product to the industry. I know that we're helping people. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I can't wait until we take it to the next level. And I'm so chomping at the bit to do that. I know that you and I, hopefully, God willing, if this goofy virus thing can start doing live events or doing Zoom events. And, you and I will talk about that in the future. I can't wait for the lead site. The bottom line is that I think this is going to be a very special year because you and I are going to go to the next level. And I hope that people will join our mission in turning this industry back to what it should be, Miss Marie, when you and I were in it in the golden era. I'd like for people to have that kind of fun again, that kind of compassion, that kind of excitement, if you will, because they finally have a hold of something that can have that kind of impact on their life. And that really give me great satisfaction. You and I never talk about money. We don't talk about how many sales. We don't talk about how many product or how many members. We don't talk about any of that. We keep moving forward, going towards the next phase, the next step, and helping people take this business model to the level that they want. And I'm very happy and very excited about that.
Yeah, as am I. We've got lots of good things coming down the road here, and I'm excited to get the message out to even more people. So, yep.
I agree with that. I look forward. I want to do live events. I want you and I to do live events, and I'm looking forward to one product that you and I talked about in the beginning, and I've been chomping at the bit for this for a long time, and I hope it's going to come around sooner rather than later. I'd love to have a date, but I got to get the lead site done first. I'm working with people on that as we speak. But the thing is, inside network marketing, I think that would be a wonderful. I think you and I would have a ball, number one, because I'd have to come out there to the epicenter if they let me in the state. But you'll vouch for me, won't you?
Sure.
But can you imagine the impact that would have, that product?
Yeah, could be a lot of fun and very informational. Absolutely.
Very informational, yes. And we'll bring a video team or hire one out there. But yeah, I really look forward to doing that. So anyway, the point is, guys, the reason I bring that up is not to impress you. It's to let you know our commitment to our mission to help this industry. Because Miss Marie, if we can give people an inside look and how this business really works, an inside look at the production facilities and all of that, can you imagine the eyes that would open up? Can you imagine the positive impact that would have on the industry?
Yeah, it would be exciting. It would be a kind of behind the curtain look at what goes on in the land of Oz.
there it is. There we go. But in this case, Oz would be real.
True.
Or the wizard. It's a wizard, isn't it? The Wizard of Oz, right?
Yep. Yep.
The wizard would be real. All right, Miss Marie, I think we covered it. We're coming up on 39 minutes. Okay, well, I'm going to summarize real quick, guys. Here we go. Point one, our goal in our mission is to get you from point A to point B as quickly and as profitably and as efficiently as possible. Our materials do that. And this is not promo. This is to let you know you should be excited. You should be jumping up and down. Additionally, point number two is to tell you the truth about how the business works. We do that each and every day. We talk about things no one else will talk about. And matter of fact, sometimes, Miss Marie, the bad or the ugly, because there's bad and then there's ugly. And you and I spend more time than anybody on the ugly aspects of this industry, and we don't hold anything back. And that's good. We dispel the rumors about the industry. We address those head on. And once again, because there's a lot of misinformation out there, and it's sad, but we are compassionate and advocates for this business because we know it works. And it aggravates us when there's rumors out there that paint it in a bad picture. What we do, we provide effective tools based on the fundamentals of the industry. And ultimately is to help heal the industry so that you guys can experience the wonderful environment that we did during the golden era of network marketing. Would you not say those things summarize pretty much, Miss Marie, what we're doing?
I think that does very, very well. Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, guys, this took so long to get here, but unfortunately it did. Once again, you can go to our website and you can visit there. We updated the website. It's very effective, straightforward, short, to the point, concise. We have the podcast replay there. We have a lot of free gifts there. I'm going to tomorrow, well, maybe not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Freelance Friday. Monday, start highlighting some of these free products that are available to you guys so you know where to go to get them. Okay. All right. Miss Marie, you have anything else to add as we close?
I do not. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, Freelance Friday. Always one of my favorites. Never know what's going to happen.
I know you do. Plus, you love the weekend. All right, guys. With that being said, we're going to hop off of here. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, we're very grateful that you have come here. We thank you for the thumbs up and all the things I've seen on our YouTube channel. You guys do great. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the MLM Solution Podcast. For more info, visit our website, TheMLMSolution.net. Please follow us on the following platforms: Facebook, YouTube, etc. And share this podcast with our fellow network marketers around the world by hitting the share button on our various platforms.